said Daddy, as he dried up Jessie's tears with his handkerchief and got her to blow her nose.
Maybe Picker should have a try.
See, kids, Daddy knew that Picker was just as quick with his eyes as he was with his hands.
Step right up, young feeler,
the man said, taking Picker's quarter.
You look like a winner to me.
That man sure was right. After 3 tries, Picker had the coonskin cap, which he promptly handed to Jessie, whose face lit up with a big, proud smile.
Look, mister,
said Picker.
If you do like this, it'll be trickier.
Picker took hold of the shells and moved them so quick everything was just a blur. When we walked away, heading for the House of Horrors, that man was scratching his head, trying to figure out where the P was. Later that evening, we went over to the tent where the banjo contest was being held. And Daddy took Picker up on his stage to meet Slim Tuttle. Some of the other players grinned at the thought of a 7-year-old getting in the contest. But Slim Tuttle didn't crack a smile. He shook Picker's hand, real serious. But there was a twinkle in his eye when he said that anybody called Picker was bound to be a good banjo player. Of course, Picker didn't win that contest, but it was a good thing he got in it. Some folks in the audience laughed when Picker set up his banjo on the little stand Daddy had made. But Picker just stepped right up and played Mississippi Sawyer pretty as you please. And everybody was surprised at how good it sounded. Slim Tuttle won the contest as usual, but afterwards he came up and put his hand on Daddy's shoulder and took him aside. Slim was talking to Daddy in a real serious way. Turned out Slim wanted to give banjo lessons to Picker. Later, we found out that Slim told Daddy that Picker was a natural-born musician. Not only could he play fast, Picker also had a feel for how to make a song sound pretty. Slim told Daddy he was so excited about teaching Picker that he didn't want to charge anything for the lessons. Well, kids, Mr. Tuttle lived in Frisco City, but Daddy set it up for Picker to ride over there and back on the newspaper truck every Thursday afternoon. And that's how Picker got lessons from Slim Tuttle for the next 2 years. One evening after Picker had just turned 9, Slim came over for supper. Sitting around the porch afterwards, Picker and Slim got out their banjos and gave us a little concert. Daddy played along too, strumming chords. It was a mighty pretty thing hearing that music float out over the fields.
Oh,
said Mama.
that was beautiful.
Alice,
Said Slim.
you and John ought to know there ain't too much more I can teach this boy of yours. I got a plan, though. I got an old friend, Tillman Franks, who plays bass fiddle on the old-time hayride radio show broadcast over KWKH down in Shreveport, Louisiana. Tillman's really good at spotting new talent, so I called him to see if he could set up for Picker to try out for the hayride. Told him there ain't never seen no 9-year-old boy can play banjo like Picker. Not many grown men can do it, far as that goes. Tillman called back this morning, said if I could get Picker down to Shreveport by Saturday, they'd try him out Saturday afternoon, and if they like him, put him on the show that same night. If you can get him out of one day of school, I could drive him down on Friday. What do you think?
Heck, Slim, that's wonderful, Daddy said. How about it, son? You want to try it?
Yes, sir.
Said Picker.
Can Bone come along for company?
Don't see why not.
Said Slim.
We'll put him in the rumble seat.
Well, kids, the rest is history. Picker appeared on the old-time hayride that same week. Tillman Franks had the idea of letting Bone go on stage, too. We listened to it on the radio, and when Picker came on stage, Tillman Franks went to the microphone and said something like this.
Folks, we have a special treat for you tonight. Picker McClicker and a 9-year-old wizard of the banjo and his dog Bone.
Picker came on stage and started to play Arkansas Traveler. And Slim told us later that Bone lay down and went to sleep. Well, when the audience heard Picker playing like a house afire and saw Bone asleep at his feet, they got tickled. They started laughing and clapping in rhythm while Picker played. Everybody was making so much noise it woke up Bone, who pushed himself up on his front paws and started to howl. I reckon Bone's back end must have still been asleep. Then the audience really got to laughing and stomping and wouldn't quit till Picker played 2 more choruses. All in all, Picker was quite a hit. You kids know how famous Picker got. Made a lot of money, too. Making records and playing on the radio whenever he could get off from school. None of that changed him, though. In fact, Picker used quite a bit of the money he made to help us other kids get set up in life. Rufus didn't need help because he went in the Navy. But Picker helped Sally go to veterinarian school. She became the first lady horse doctor in South Alabama. Amy Lou's in Auburn College right now, thanks to Picker. And he helped me and Beth start the Fried Chicken Heaven Cafe here in Andalusia. Of course, Picker's growed up now. Fact is, he married Caroline Bridewell from over in Burnt Corn, Alabama. Caroline's a little bitty gal, but strong-minded and got a good head for business. Good thing, too, 'cause Picker's dreamy as ever and won't pay much attention to money. Caroline and Picker built a house on the farm near Mama and Daddy, who were mighty glad to have the company. Last fall, Caroline had a baby, and they named him Joe Jr. after Picker, whose real name was Joe. And kids, just yesterday, Picker called me on the phone and told me something real interesting. Said that Caroline had asked Mama and Daddy over for supper. Picker said that after supper, Caroline was getting a pie out of the oven when Mama decided to hand baby Joe a pacifier. She had it in her hand, reaching for baby Joe, when it just disappeared. She looked down, and there it was in the baby's mouth, but she never saw it get there. Well, I know what that means. We're all hoping that baby Joe grows up taking a shine to guitar. Banjo and guitar is a mighty pretty sound. You kids get some milk and cookies now. It's past bedtime. That's enough storytelling for old Johnny McClicker. I'm tired, too. Night, youngins. Sleep tight.